Hi everyone, I'm Rich and this is Mission 1820. I have a question. If you were arrested today for being a Christian, would they have enough evidence to convict you? Well, that's exactly what Jesus is teaching us today in Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. This verse is a powerful statement from Jesus about how our faith is meant to be visible, not for personal recognition, but for God's glory. So as we always do, let's begin by reading the verse together. And it says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." Matthew 5:16 teaches this central truth. It's that the Christian life is meant to be lived visibly in a way that points others to God. See, faith's not meant to be hidden or private in its influence. See, when God changes a person from the inside, that transformation needs to become visible through the way that they live. This is one of my favorite verses, simply because it's coming straight from Jesus himself. And he's speaking to his disciples from the Mount of Olives during his Beatitudes sermon. So let's unpack this verse from the beginning. Now, Jesus begins with, "Let your light so shine before men." Here, Christ is applying the foregoing image to his disciples, and more fully, he's declaring the meaning and design of it. His sense is this, that the light of the gospel, which he has communicated to the disciples, the spiritual knowledge of the mysteries of grace, which he has shared with them, well, they were to be openly declared, and they were to be made evident before men. See, light's not provided merely for their own selfish use, but it's for the public good of mankind, and therefore, as they were placed as lights in the world, they were to hold forth in the most open and conspicuous manner the word of light and life. See, we're to let our holy life, as well as our pure conversation and our faithful instructions, be seen and known everywhere, including in all of the societies that we might be part of, at work, at home, whether things are going good or things are going bad. Let it be seen that we are real Christians. Now, Jesus continues by saying that they may see your good works. Now, this means the disciples' fervency, their openness, their sincerity, their faithfulness, as well as their diligence in preaching the gospel, and by their examples in their lives and conversations. Jesus connects light with good works, but with a very important distinction. God's works are not performed to earn salvation or impress others. Rather, they are the result of a transformed heart. So when believers live out their faith consistently, others begin to notice that, not just in what they say, but also in how they live. This quiet, faithful witness often speaks louder than words. So Jesus finishes the verse when he says, "And glorify your Father in heaven." See, we're to live in such a way that God is honored, that he's recognized and he's praised because of what people see in your life. In Matthew 5:16, Jesus is teaching that when others observe the good works of his followers, the focus should not land on the believer, but it should land on God himself. The believer's life becomes a reflection that points to God, not ourselves so that we can boast about it. It doesn't mean that seeking applause or admiration for being good. Instead, it means that our obedience, our humility, our love and integrity are going to reveal who God is. If we live for Christ, we will shine as lights, showing others what Christ is like. So in short, to glorify your Father in heaven is to live so that God gets the credit, the honor, and the praise for the way we live. So let me close with this thought. As you reflect this week, consider this question. Does the light that you shine with others point toward God's glory? Okay, guys, well, that's this week's verse to live by. So hope it helps you. But until next week, God bless, and thanks for watching.